This is Rogue Wing, Coraline, or Helen RD over at Starship Modeler. Welcome to the workshop. Not a big update, but at least a little one while I wait for the weather to get cooperative outside so I can try to get some paint on the bird. Did a quick test fit of Pappy in the cockpit. Looks pretty good. Truth be told, that color is almost what I want for the suit anyway, so I may experiment with not doing a whole lot of painting except for his face and some details. Got the work going on the main landing gear struts. It's actually 4 pieces there. I'm actually impressed that they went to that effort with them. I still have to add the wheels and the landing gear bay door and the landing gear doors. I'll probably put the doors on, but I'll hold off on the wheels until I actually get them painted, because I figure it'll be easier to paint the inside of the wheel without it being on the plane. But other than that and the gluing the canopy to the fuselage, we're pretty much stalled until I can get out to paint. Getting a little more work done, taking advantage of the holiday. Alright. Got the front half of the canopy attached to the ship and masked off. The rear canopy is also masked off. Again, I actually use the electrical tape because it conforms better to the complex curves. You might get different results. Also got the paint work done on the pilot who gets the privilege of standing in for Pappy. Now, I admit, I have not done a lot of work on here. Basically, I've given the whole figure a light wash of brown ink. Then I went in and picked out his arms and face in a acrylic flesh tone. Dry brushed his suit with white, and then went in and gave his face and arms another quick wash of the brown or diluted brown ink. His goggles I picked out with a metallic blue just to make them stand out because they would actually have lenses on them. Then I also painted his shoes in flat black. Not a lot of detail on it as far as the actual paint job goes, but it brings out the detail in the figure really well. I should have some stills up to show it a little better than the video. One final update for today. Because at this point I gotta let some stuff sit up and glue right before I do anything else. Got the paint on the wheels. I freely admit it's all hand painted. Once I snip them free of the sprue, I'll go in and touch the actual surface of the wheel itself up. Not too worried about the pure white on the wheel right now because I do intend to weather this. One thing I like about this kit though is it is depicting a little bit of realism. I don't know how well it's showing on the camera, but the bottoms of the wheels, the part that would be sitting on the ground, is actually flat. I also got the back side of the wheels done. I went ahead, after giving it some thought, I went ahead and glued in the landing gear struts before I do the painting. I don't know, partly to give it some stability while I've got it painting, and partly to just go ahead and get it out of the way for right now. It's looking pretty good so far. I will have to mask off the motor when I actually get ready to paint it. But at this point, that's pretty much it for today. Okay, I lied. I'm not done with today. The canopy glued in place now. I've gone ahead and painted the framework with the interior green. I'll then do a coat of primer gray over that, so that when you're looking at it from the inside, it'll have a little better illusion of actually being a complete canopy. Wanted to get some primer on her, but unfortunately the weather has not been exactly cooperative. So I decided to go old school on it. As in hand painting. Got the light blue in place. I haven't painted this section in the middle here that's still the base plastic color because that's going to wind up white. So I figure I might as well just wait and paint that part white instead of painting over it with the light blue and then painting it over again. The paint's nice and thin, so I'm getting a good even coat. For the navy blue, since I don't really have a navy blue, I'm going to be using the Vallejo Royal Blue, which looks really good on this test I did. I have to make sure I get it mixed up thoroughly, but that Vallejo Royal Blue looks really good. And I think it's going to be close enough to the navy blue to do the job, especially when I go to weathering. But now I got to let that sit. And I got to get the white. I got to let the blue dry a little more so I can mask off the straight edges on the wings. I'm not too worried about freehanding the fuselage stuff, but those wing lines need to be crisp. So I'm going to let this sit for a few hours. Then I'll mask off the wing line, and I'll start doing the white.